My happiest day at Harvard is when I actually got hired. And probably the second happiest day was winning this award because I was just so overwhelmed and honored.
You know, I love commencement. I think that commencement is just one of the most special days on campus. I love watching the graduates line up on Quincy Street out in front of the Harvard Art Museums. I stand out there and cheer along with parents and friends and loved ones. It's always a really special day to see, to sort of celebrate our great students.
There was one day, but then there's good days. My best day was when I transitioned from a previous role at Harvard to the one I'm in now. That was my best day. But my favorite days are the ones where I work with a bunch of people. We all have really great ideas, and all those great ideas come together.
I think my happiest memory is when I was able to make the transition from a technician to management. That was a big step for me, and I was very proud of that.
I think my happiest day at Harvard was probably my first day on the job at my present position, because I realized I was surrounded by a team that were really able, funny, and available to me for passing on all of their wisdom, which I was really going to need, because I was going to be doing a lot of learning on the job, and I just felt incredibly fortunate to be with this group of people.
One year, a woman called me and she said, "Is this Tracy Jones?" And I said, "Yes, it is." And she said, "I'm Tracy Jones." And I was like, "Oh, well, that's nice." And she said, "I Googled you." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And she was like, "I'm so proud of you." I was like, "Why?" She was like, "You're doing great work. I've been Googling you." It was the strangest thing. I didn't know if I should hang up, if I should report it.
Some people may notice I have a Boston accent. And one day, people were visiting from out of town and they asked me where they can leave their vehicles. So I said to them, "Sure, you can park your car right here. Harvard Yard is right down the street." But I realized I just fulfilled all their stereotypes.
One of the things I do at work is I help coordinate book talks. And at the end of a recent book talk, the author asked the whole audience to get up, and he put on Elvis's Hound Dog song. So we all started dancing.
And there was a fellow that was looking under his car, around his car. It was a big SUV. And we stopped to say, "Hey, can we help you with something?" "Yeah." He goes, "Did you guys see about a 6-foot boa constrictor?" He said, "I didn't realize my window was open and the snake crawled out." That was interesting, and he never found it.
Well, I was walking home one night and there was a turkey on Mount Auburn Street that was knocking on someone's door. That was a little unusual. They're everywhere.
It was 9 years ago on my first day here, and I received an email from a dean who asked me to meet her by U-Haul to attend a meeting with her, and I walked into Harvard Yard and started asking everyone where the U-Haul truck was. Swear to God, thought it was a truck, didn't know the acronym, have since learned a million acronyms at Harvard.
So I was test running an emergency generator on commencement day. And the resident dean came out in his purple robe and staff with an owl on it and beret with a feather on it and started yelling at me because all the students were lining up for commencement, and I had to call my foreman and tell him I couldn't run the generator because an angry wizard was yelling at me.
Being a proctor, you are privileged to receive all sorts of questions from first-year students, including but not limited to one of my favorites from last year: can I microwave my clothes to dry them? So it was one of those moments where no, but like we appreciate the question. Thank you for not burning down Wigglesworth. There's been some good ones.